Module 1, Understanding Smoking Addiction. In this module, we will explore the fundamental aspects of smoking addiction. Understanding the science and psychology behind nicotine addiction is crucial for anyone seeking to overcome this habit. By gaining insight into the factors that contribute to smoking addiction, individuals can develop more effective strategies for quitting and maintaining abstinence. Topics to be covered: the science of nicotine addiction, psychological and social factors influencing smoking, impact of smoking on health. The science of nicotine addiction. Nicotine addiction is a complex psychological process that underlies the habit of smoking. Understanding the science behind nicotine addiction is essential for individuals aiming to break free from this habit and reclaim their health. Let's explore each key elements of nicotine addiction. Nicotine absorption and brain impact. When a person inhales smoke from a cigarette, nicotine is absorbed into the bloodstream through the lungs. From there, it quickly travels to the brain. In the brain, nicotine interacts with receptors or nerve cells, particularly those involved in the release of neurotransmitters, which are chemicals that transmit signals between neurons. Nicotine primarily targets the brain's reward system, which includes areas like the ventral tegmental area (VTA) and the nucleus accumbens. These areas are responsible for processing pleasurable sensation and reinforcing behaviors associated with rewards. Development of tolerance and dependence. Initially, nicotine triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This surge in dopamine produces feelings of euphoria and reinforces the desire to smoke again. However, with repeated exposure to nicotine, the brain adapts by reducing the number of available receptors for dopamine. This leads to a decreased sensitivity to dopamine, requiring higher doses of nicotine to achieve the same effects. As tolerance develops, individuals may find themselves smoking more frequently or inhaling more deeply to maintain the desired level of pleasure. Meanwhile, the brain becomes dependent on nicotine to function normally. When nicotine levels drops, withdrawal symptoms such as irritability, anxiety, and cravings emerge, driving the cycle of addiction. Neuroplasticity and reinforcement. Nicotine addiction is reinforced by the brain's ability to undergo neuroplastic changes in response to repeated exposure. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's capacity to recognize its structure and function in response to experience. In the context of addiction, neuroplastic changes occur in regions associated with reward, motivation, and decision making. With continued exposure to nicotine, neural circuits involved in smoking behavior become strengthened, making it increasingly difficult to resist craving and quit smoking. Role of dopamine and reward pathways. Dopamine plays a central role in the brain's reward system and is heavily involved in nicotine addiction. Nicotine increases the release of dopamine in the nucleus accumbens, reinforcing the pleasurable effect of smoking. Over time, the brain becomes sensitized to nicotine's effect, leading to heightened cravings and a diminishing response to other natural rewards. Genetic and environmental factors. Genetic factors can influence an individual's susceptibility to nicotine addiction. Variations in genes related to nicotine metabolism, neurotransmitter function, and reward processing may predispose some individuals to develop addiction more readily than others. Environmental factors such as parental smoking, peer influence, and exposure to smoking cues also play a significant role in the initiation and maintenance of smoking behavior. By comprehending these underlying mechanisms, individuals can appreciate the powerful grip of nicotine addiction and the challenges involved in quitting smoking. Treatment approaches aimed at addressing both the physiological and psychological aspects of addiction can help individuals break free from nicotine dependence and lead healthier smoke-free lives. Impact of smoking on health. The impact of smoking on health is profound and far reaching. From respiratory problems to cardiovascular diseases, smoking poses significant risk to both smokers and those exposed to secondhand smoke. Understanding these health consequences is essential for individuals contemplating quitting smoking and for raising awareness about the dangers of tobacco use. Respiratory disorders. Smoking damages the delicate tissues and airways of the lungs. This damage leads to chronic bronchitis marked by persistent coughing and excess mucus production. Emphysema. Another respiratory disorder caused by smoking involves the destruction of lung tissue, leading to shortness of breath and wheezing. Over time, these conditions can progress to chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, COPD, a debilitating lung disease that severely limits airflow and lungs function. Cardiovascular diseases. Smoking is a primary contributor to cardiovascular diseases, including coronary artery disease, CAD, which narrows and hardens the arteries supplying blood to the heart. The chemicals in tobacco smoke damages the inner lining of blood vessels, leading to the buildup of plaque and restricting blood flow. This increased risk of atherosclerosis significantly raises the chance of heart attack, strokes, and peripheral artery disease, PAD, affecting blood flow to the limbs. Cancer. Tobacco smoke contains numerous carcinogens that can trigger genetic mutation in cells, leading to cancer development. Lung cancer is the most well-known consequence, with smoking responsible for the vast majority of cases. However, smoking also increases the risk of cancer in other parts of the body, including the mouth, throat, esophagus, bladder, pancreas, and cervix. Reproductive health. Smoking has detrimental effects on fertility and reproductive health. In women, it can disrupt hormone levels affecting ovulation and menstrual cycles. Pregnant women who smoke are at higher risk of complications such as ectopic pregnancy, miscarriage, and preterm birth. Additionally, smoking during pregnancy can lead to low birth weight and developmental issues in babies. In men, smoking can impair sperm production and quality, reducing fertility and increasing the risk of erectile dysfunction. Other health effects. Smoking weakens the body's immune system, making smokers more susceptible to infections such as pneumonia and influenza. It also interferes with the body's ability to heal wounds, leading to delayed wound healing and increased risk of complications after surgery. Chronic smoking accelerates the aging process, resulting in premature skin aging, wrinkles, and skin damage due to reduced blood flow and oxygen supply to the skin. By comprehending the full extent of these health consequences, individuals can make informed decisions about their tobacco use and take steps towards a healthier, smoke-free life. Additionally, concerted efforts at both individual and societal levels are crucial for implementing effective tobacco control measures and supporting smoking cessation initiatives. Thank you. You've reached the end of this module. Hope it was a great learning experience for you. Psychological and social factors influencing smoking. Understanding the psychological and social factors that influence smoking behavior is essential for developing effective strategies to overcome addiction. While nicotine addiction is a significant factor, other psychological and social elements can contribute to the initiation and maintenance of smoking habits. Psychological factors, stress and coping mechanisms. When people experience stress or negative emotions, they often seek ways to alleviate these feelings. Smoking can become a coping mechanism, providing a temporary sense of relief or distraction from stress. This occurs because nicotine triggers the release of dopamine in the brain, which can temporarily elevate mood and reduce stress. As a result, individuals may turn to smoking as a way to manage their emotions, leading to habitual patterns of smoking during stressful situations. Habit formation. Habits play a significant role in smoking behavior. Over time, smoking becomes associated with various daily routines and activities, such as smoking after meals or while driving. These habitual behaviors are reinforced through repetition and become automatic responses to specific cues or triggers in the environment. Breaking these habits requires conscious effort and may involve identifying and modifying the cues that trigger smoking behavior. Cravings and withdrawal symptoms. Nicotine addiction leads to physical dependence, resulting in craving and withdrawal symptoms when individuals attempt to quit smoking. Cravings can be triggered by exposure to smoking-related cues or by internal factors such as stress or mood changes. Withdrawal symptoms, which can include irritability, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating further reinforces the desire to smoke. Managing cravings and withdrawal symptoms is a critical aspect of smoking cessation and often requires the development of coping strategies and support systems. Emotional triggers. Smoking behavior is closely linked to emotions and mood state. For some individuals, smoking serves as a means of self soothing or regulating emotions, such as reducing feelings of boredom, anxiety, or sadness. Smoking may be used as a way to cope with negative emotions or to enhance positive emotions, leading to a reliance on cigarettes as a form of emotional regulation. Understanding the role of emotions in smoking behavior is essential for developing alternative coping strategies and addressing emotional triggers in smoking cessation efforts. Social factors, peer influence. Social interactions and peer relationships play a significant role in shaping smoking behavior, particularly among adolescents and young adults. Peer pressure and the desire to fit in with social groups can influence smoking initiation and continuation. Individuals may start smoking or increase their smoking behavior to align with the perceived norms of their peer group. Social acceptance of smoking within certain social circles can further reinforce smoking behavior and make quitting more challenging. Cultural norms. Cultural attitudes towards smoking vary widely and can influence individual smoking behavior. In some cultures, smoking may be deeply ingrained in social customs and rituals, while in others, it may be stigmatized or discouraged. Cultural factors such as availability of tobacco products, social norms regarding smoking, and the portrayal of smoking in media and advertising can shape individuals' beliefs and perceptions about smoking behavior. Environmental cues. Environmental cues, such as exposure to smoking related stimuli in the environment, can trigger cravings and reinforce smoking behavior. These cues can include seeing others smoke, encountering tobacco advertising, or being in environments where smoking is permitted or prevalent. Environmental cues act as reminders of smoking habits and can evoke automatic responses to smoke in certain situations. Avoiding or modifying these environmental cues is an important aspect of smoking cessation. Family dynamics. Family influences play a significant role in shaping smoking behavior, particularly during childhood and adolescence. Children and adolescents who grow up in households where smoking is prevalent may be more likely to experiment with smoking and develop smoking habits themselves. Family attitudes towards smoking, parental smoking behavior, and the presence of smoking role models within the family can all influence individual smoking beliefs and behaviors. In summary, smoking behavior is influenced by a complex interplay of psychological and social factors. By addressing the underlying psychological and social determinants of smoking behaviors, individuals can increase their chances of successfully quitting smoking and maintaining long term abstinence. Module 2, Introduction to Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT. In Module 2, we will explore the fundamentals of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and its application in overcoming smoking addiction. CBT is a widely used therapeutic approach that focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns and behaviors. By understanding how thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected, individuals can learn to challenge and modify unhealthy patterns that contribute to smoking addiction. Topics to be covered: overview of CBT principles, understanding thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, learning to challenge irrational beliefs, introducing behavioral strategies for change. Overview of CBT principles. The overview of cognitive behavioral therapy CBT principles provides a foundational understanding of how this therapeutic approach can be applied to overcoming smoking addiction. CBT focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns and behaviors that contribute to addiction. Key aspects. CBT is widely used therapeutic approach for addressing variety of mental health concerns, including addiction. It is based on the premise that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected and influence each other. By identifying automatic negative thoughts related to smoking, individuals can begin to understand how these thoughts contribute to the habit. CBT helps individuals recognize patterns of thinking that may be irrational or unhelpful in the context of smoking addiction. Techniques used in CBT aim to challenge and replace negative thought patterns with more adaptive ones. Behavioral experiments are often employed to test the validity of negative thoughts and beliefs about smoking. CBT is typically structured, goal oriented, and focused on present concerns rather than past experiences. Homework assignments may be given to reinforce learning and encourage the application of CBT techniques outside the therapy sessions. By recognizing the interplay between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, individuals can begin to challenge and modify negative patterns that contribute to their addiction. Through structured and goal oriented therapy, individuals can develop the skills necessary to achieve lasting change and overcome smoking addiction. Understanding thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. This section focuses on exploring the interconnection between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in the context of smoking addiction. By understanding how these elements influence each other, individuals can gain insights into their smoking habits and develop strategies for change. Thoughts. Types of thoughts. Thoughts about smoking can vary widely. They can include beliefs about the benefits of smoking, such as stress relief or social acceptance, or rationalizations of continued smoking, like I'll quit tomorrow or I deserve a cigarette after a hard day. Automatic thoughts. These are thoughts that occur spontaneously and often without conscious awareness. Automatic thoughts related to smoking can be triggered by specific situations, emotions, or environmental cues. Core beliefs. Underlying these automatic thoughts are core beliefs about smoking, such as beliefs about self control, coping mechanisms, or identity as a smoker. Feelings. Emotional responses. When individuals have thoughts about smoking, they often experience accompanying emotions. These emotions can range from positive feelings like pleasure or relief to negative emotions like guilt, shame, or anxiety. Intensity and duration. Emotions triggered by thoughts about smoking can vary in intensity and duration. For example, the urge to smoke in response to stress may lead to intense feelings of anxiety or frustration that persist until the craving is satisfied. Triggers. Specific thoughts or situations can act as triggers for certain emotions. For example, thoughts about socializing with friends who smoke may trigger feelings of camaraderie or the fear of missing out. Behaviors. Observable actions. Behaviors related to smoking addiction are the observable action that individuals engage in, such as lighting a cigarette, smoking in specific situation, or purchasing tobacco products. Habitual patterns. Over time, these behaviors become ingrained habits that are often performed automatically in response to certain thoughts or feelings. For example, the act of lighting a cigarette in the morning with a cup of coffee becomes a habitual behavior. Reinforcement. Behaviors related to smoking are reinforced by the immediate gratification or relief they provide. Smoking temporarily elevates cravings, reduces stress, or satisfies social needs, reinforcing the association between smoking behavior and positive outcomes. Interconnection. Continuous cycle. Thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected in a continuous cycle. Thoughts about smoking trigger specific emotions, which in turn influence smoking behavior. Engaging in smoking behavior reinforces certain thoughts and feelings, perpetuating the cycle of addiction. Feedback loop. This cycle forms a feedback loop where thoughts, feelings, and behaviors reinforce each other. For example, the temporary relief provided by smoking in response to stress reinforces the belief that smoking is an effective coping mechanism, further strengthening the habit. Significance in smoking addiction. Understanding triggers. By understanding the relationship between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, individuals can identify the specific triggers that contribute to their smoking addiction. This insight allows them to anticipate and address these triggers more effectively. Challenging unhealthy patterns. Recognizing automatic thoughts and emotional responses related to smoking enables individuals to challenge and modify unhealthy patterns of smoking and behavior. By replacing negative thoughts with more rational beliefs and developing alternative coping strategies for managing emotions, individuals can begin to break the cycle of addiction. Empowerment for change. Understanding the interconnection between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors empowers individuals to take control of their smoking addiction. Armed with this insight, they can develop personalized strategies for change that address the underlying factors driving their addiction and pave the way for long term recovery. By comprehensively understanding the intricate relationship between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in the context of smoking addiction, individuals can gain deeper insight into their addiction and develop more effective strategies for overcoming it. Learning to challenge irrational beliefs. In this section, we will explore techniques for challenging irrational beliefs that contribute to smoking addiction. By identifying and questioning these beliefs, individuals can begin to develop more rational and constructive perspectives, ultimately supporting their efforts to quit smoking. Identifying irrational beliefs. This involves recognizing thoughts or beliefs that may not be based on reality or logical reasoning. For example, someone may believe that they cannot cope with stress without smoking, even though there are many alternative coping strategies available. Identifying these beliefs require introspections and self-awareness, often facilitated through exercise like journaling or guided reflection. Questioning the accuracy of beliefs. Once identified, it's essential to examine the evidence supporting these beliefs objectively. Participants may ask themselves questions like: is there concrete evidence that smoking actually helps me cope with stress, or have there been times when I managed stress effectively without smoking? By scrutinizing the basis of their beliefs, individuals can begin to challenge their validity and consider alternative perspectives. Exploring alternative perspectives. This involves considering different ways of thinking about smoking and its role in one's life. Participants may explore the negative consequence of smoking, such as health risk, financial cost, and social stigma. They may also consider the benefits of quitting, such as improved health, increased energy, and greater freedom from addiction. Exploring alternative perspectives helps individuals broaden their understanding of the situation and see beyond the immediate gratification that smoking may provide. Developing rational and constructive beliefs. Once irrational beliefs have been challenged and alternative perspectives considered, individuals can work on developing more rational and constructive beliefs. This may involve reframing thoughts about smoking as a harmful habit rather than a necessary coping mechanism. It may also involve acknowledging personal strengths and abilities to cope with stress and other challenges without relying on smoking. Developing rational beliefs empowers individuals to take control of their thoughts and beliefs, paving the way for positive behavioral changes. By comprehensively addressing each of these elements, individuals can gradually shift their mindset away from smoking and towards healthier, more constructive ways of thinking and living. This process forms a crucial foundation for successful smoking cessation and long term recovery. Introducing behavioral strategies for change. In this section, we will explore various behavioral strategies aimed at facilitating change in smoking behavior. These strategies complement cognitive restructuring techniques by providing practical tools to help individuals overcome smoking addiction. By incorporating these behavioral changes, individuals can enhance their ability to quit smoking successfully. Behavioral strategies for change. Gradual reduction. Gradual reduction involves slowly decreasing the number of cigarettes smoked each day over a set period. This approach helps the body adjust to lower levels of nicotine gradually, which can make withdrawal symptoms less intense. For example, if someone typically smokes 20 cigarettes a day, they might start by cutting down to 15 cigarettes a day for a week, then 10 cigarettes a day the following week, and so on until they quit entirely. Setting environmental cues for non-smoking. Changing your environment can help reduce the triggers that prompt you to smoke. This might mean removing cigarettes, lighters, and ashtrays from your home or workplace. It could also involve creating designated smoke-free areas where you spend the most time. For instance, if you usually smoke in the living room, you could designate it as a no smoking zone and find alternative places to relax. Establishing reward for quitting milestone. Rewarding yourself for reaching milestones can provide motivation and reinforcement for your effort. Set specific goals such as going a certain number of days without smoking or reaching a target for reduced cigarette consumption, and reward yourself when you achieve them. Rewards could be anything that you find personally meaningful, such as treating yourself to a movie night, buying yourself something you have been wanting, or taking a day trip to a favorite destination. Identifying alternative coping mechanisms. Smoking often serves as a coping mechanism for dealing with stress, boredom, or other emotions. By identifying alternative ways to manage these feelings, you can reduce your reliance on cigarettes. For example, instead of reaching for a cigarette when you are stressed, you might try going for a walk, practicing deep breathing exercises, or calling a friend for support. Experiment with different strategies to find what works best for you. Implementing social support system. Seeking support from friends, family, or support groups can make a big difference in your quitting journey. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support your decision to quit smoking. Share your goals with them and lean on them for help when you're struggling. Joining a support group or online community of people who are also trying to quit can provide valuable encouragement, advice, and solidarity. By gradually reducing your cigarette intake, modifying your environment to reduce triggers, rewarding yourself for progress, finding alternative coping mechanisms, and seeking social support, you can create a solid foundation for becoming smoke free. Remember that quitting smoke is a process, and it's okay to seek help and support along the way. Thank you. You've reached the end of this module. Hope it was a great learning experience for you. Module 3, Setting Quit Goals and Action Planning. Quit goals provide a clear direction and motivation for individuals looking to overcome their smoking addiction. This module explores the process of setting realistic goals, identifying supportive resources, and creating effective strategies to manage cravings and withdrawal symptoms. Topics to be covered: setting realistic quitting goals, developing a personalized quit plans, identifying support systems and resources, building resilience to replace triggers. Setting realistic quitting goals. Setting realistic quitting goals is a fundamental step in the process of overcoming smoking addiction. This section focuses on guiding individuals to establish attainable milestones that align with their readiness to quit and commitment to long term success. Here's a detailed explanation. Specificity. This aspect stresses the importance of setting clear and precise goals. When setting quitting goals, individuals need to be specific about what they want to achieve regarding their smoking habits. For example, rather than vaguely stating, I want to quit smoking, a specific goals would be, I aim to reduce my daily cigarette consumption from 20 to 10 cigarettes within the next 2 weeks. Measurability. Measurability ensures that individuals can track their progress effectively by establishing measurable goals. Individuals can monitor their achievements and make adjustments as needed. For instance, keeping a record of daily cigarette intake allows individuals to observe patterns, track progress over time, and identify areas for improvement. Attainability. Attainability focuses on setting goals that are realistic and feasible based on an individual's current circumstances and readiness to change. Instead of attempting to quit smoking abruptly, which may be challenging for some, setting attainable goals involves gradual reduction for other strategies that align with individual capabilities and preferences. Relevance. Relevance emphasizes connecting quitting goals to personal motivations and reasons for wanting to quit smoking. Goals that resonate with an individual's values and aspirations are more likely to be pursued with dedication. For example, if improving health is a primary motivation, setting goals related to physical fitness, improvements, or reducing the risk of smoking related illness can be highly relevant and motivating. Time bound. Time bound goals provide a sense of urgency and structure to the quitting process. By setting a time frame for achieving goals, individuals create a clear deadline and increase accountability. For instance, committing to being smoke free for a specific duration, such as a month or 3 months, sets a concrete timeline for achieving and maintaining progress. By considering these five aspects specificity, measurability, attainability, relevance, and time bound nature individuals can develop quitting goals that are tailored to their unique circumstances, motivations, and preferences. This detailed approach enhances clarity, motivation, and accountability throughout the quitting journey, increasing the likelihood of long term success in overcoming smoking addiction. Developing a personalized quit plan. Developing a personalized quit plan involves a step by step process that requires careful consideration and planning to ensure success in overcoming smoking addiction. Let's break down each component in greater detail. Assessing current smoking patterns. This step involves a thorough examination of your smoking habits, including how often you smoke, how many cigarettes you typically consume per day, and when you tend to smoke the most. Understanding your smoking patterns help identify triggers that prompt you to smoke, such as stress, boredom, or social situations. Additionally, assessing your level of nicotine dependence and the severity of withdrawal symptoms you experience can inform your approach to quitting. Identifying triggers and high risk situations. Identifying triggers involves recognizing the situations, emotions, or activities that often lead to smoking cravings. Common triggers may include stress, social gatherings, or specific time of day. High risk situations are environments or scenarios where the temptation to smoke is particularly strong. These may include parties where others are smoking or places associated with past smoking habits. By understanding your triggers and high risk situations, you can develop strategies to avoid or cope with them effectively. Planning coping strategies. Coping strategies are techniques and activities that help you manage cravings and navigate withdrawal symptoms. These may include distractions techniques such as chewing gum or going for a walk to redirect your focus away from smoking. Relaxation techniques such as deep breathing exercises or progressive muscle relaxation can help elevate stress and anxiety without resorting to smoking. It's essential to experiment with different coping strategies to find what works best for you and incorporate them into your daily routine. Utilizing support systems. Social support from friends, family, or support groups can provide encouragement, accountability, and understanding throughout your quitting journey. Seeking professional support from healthcare providers such as doctors, counselors, or smoking cessation programs can offer guidance, resources, and treatment options tailored to your needs. Explore available resources such as nicotine replacement therapy (NRT), prescriptions, medications, or online tools and apps designed to support smoking cessation. Creating a structured action plan. Develop a detailed action plan that outlines specific steps and milestones for quitting smoking. This plan should include setting a quit date, establishing checkpoints for monitoring progress, and identifying potential challenges and solutions. Break down large goals into smaller, manageable tasks to make progress more achievable and trackable. Regularly review and adjust your action plan as needed, recognizing that quitting smoking is a dynamic process that may require flexibility and adaptation over time. By thoroughly assessing your current smoking habits, setting clear goals, identifying triggers, planning coping strategies, utilizing support systems, and creating a structured action plan, you can empower yourself to successfully quit smoking and lead a healthier, smoke free life. Identifying support systems and resources. This section explores the various sources of support and resources available to individuals seeking to quit smoking. By leveraging these resources, individuals can enhance their quitting journey and increase their chances of long term success. Types of support systems. Family and friends. Your loved ones can play a significant role in your quit journey by offering encouragement, understanding, and accountability. They can provide emotional support during challenging times and celebrate your victories along the way. Support groups. Joining support groups, whether in person or online, connects you with others who are going through similar experiences. These groups offer a sense of camaraderie, shared knowledge, and practical tips for coping with cravings and staying motivated. Healthcare professionals. Seeking guidance from healthcare providers is invaluable. They can offer personalized advice, discuss medication options, and monitor your progress. They may also refer you to specialized cessation programs or counseling services. Quit lines and helplines. These services provides immediate assistance and support from trained professionals. Whether you need help dealing with a craving or have questions about quitting methods, quit lines and helplines are there to offer assistance 24/7. Available resources: nicotine replacement therapy (NRT). NRT products like patches, gum, or lozenges deliver controlled dosage nicotine to help alleviate withdrawal symptoms and cravings. They can be a useful tool for gradually reducing nicotine dependence. Medications: prescription medications such as varenicline or bupropion can help reduce cravings and withdrawal symptoms. These medications work by affecting neurotransmitters in the brain associated with nicotine addiction. Behavioral therapy. Participating in behavioral therapy programs, either individually or in groups, equips you with coping strategies, stress management techniques, and skills to resist cravings. Therapy sessions focus on identifying triggers, modifying behaviors, and building resilience. Self help materials. Books, websites, apps, and quit smoking guides offer a wealth of information and practical tips for quitting smoking independently. They cover topics such as setting quit goals, coping with cravings, and managing triggers. Utilizing support systems and resources. Assess personal needs. Take time to reflect on your individual preferences, challenges, and goals. Consider what type of support and resources align best with your needs and circumstances. Engage actively. Actively participate in support groups, attend counseling sessions, or join online forums. Share your experiences, ask questions, and offer support to others. Engagement fosters a sense of community and mutual encouragement. Seek professional guidance. Don't hesitate to reach out to healthcare professionals for guidance and support. They can provide tailored advice, prescribe medications, and monitor your progress to ensure you are on the right track. Explore available resources. Research the various resources available, from NRT options to behavioral therapy programs. Experiment with different approaches to find what works best for you. Remember, quitting smoking is a highly individual journey, and there's no one size fits all solution. By tapping into these resources and actively engaging with support networks, individuals can gain the necessary tools, knowledge, and encouragement to successfully overcome smoking addiction and achieve long term cessation. Building resilience to relapse triggers. Recognizing and effectively managing triggers can significantly reduce the risk of relapse and support long-term abstinence. This section focuses on practical strategies to strengthen resilience and navigate high-risk situations during the quitting journey. Identifying common relapse triggers. Stress. Stress is a significant trigger for many smokers, as they often turn to cigarettes as a coping mechanism. Understanding situations or events that cause stress can help individuals anticipate and prepare for potential cravings. Social situation. Being around others who smoke or being in environments where smoking is common can trigger cravings. Recognizing these situations allow individuals to develop strategies to navigate them effectively. Alcohol consumption. Alcohol can lower inhibitions and weaken resolve, making it more challenging to resist the urge to smoke. Being mindful of the association between alcohol and smoking can help individuals avoid or manage triggers. Exposure to smoking cues. Certain cues, such as seeing someone else smoke, smelling cigarette smoke, or encountering familiar places associated with smoking, can trigger cravings. Identifying these cues enables individuals to develop plans to minimize their impact. Developing proactive coping strategies. Anticipating triggers. By reflecting on past experiences and understanding personal triggers, individuals can anticipate situations that may lead to cravings. This awareness allows them to develop proactive coping strategies tailored to their specific triggers. Stress management techniques. Practicing stress management techniques like deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, or mindfulness meditation can help individuals cope with stress without resorting to smoking. Engaging in healthy activities. Engaging in enjoyable and healthy activities can provide a positive distraction from cravings. Activities such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones can occupy the mind and reduce the intensity of cravings. Creating alternative behaviors. Developing a list of alternative behaviors or distractions to replace smoking in triggering situations can help individuals break the association between triggers and smoking. These alternatives can include chewing gum, sipping water, or engaging in a brief activity to shift focus away from cravings. Building self awareness and response flexibility, monitoring triggers. Regularly monitoring thoughts, feelings, and behaviors related to smoking triggers increase self awareness and helps individuals recognize patterns that may lead to cravings. Recognizing early warning signs. Learning to identify early warning signs of cravings, such as increased heart rate, restlessness, or irritability, allows individuals to intervene before cravings escalate. Challenging automatic thoughts. Examining and challenging automatic thoughts and beliefs associated with smoking triggers can help individuals reframe them in a more positive or rational light. This cognitive restructuring reduces the power of triggers to evoke cravings. Developing response flexibility. Developing flexibility in responding to triggers involves considering multiple coping options and adapting strategies based on their effectiveness in different situations. This flexibility allows individuals to experiment with various techniques and refine their approach over time. Utilizing social support and accountability. Seeking support. Seeking support from friends, family, or support groups provides encouragement, empathy, and practical assistance during challenging times. Sharing experiences and concerns with others who understand can reduce feelings of isolation and strengthen resolve. Establishing accountability. Establishing accountability mechanisms such as setting quit milestones, sharing progress updates, or participating in quit buddy system creates a sense of responsibility and motivation to stay smoke free. Knowing that others are rooting for their success can inspire individuals to persevere. Professional support. Seeking professional support from healthcare providers, counselors, or quit smoking helpline offers additional guidance and encouragement. These professionals can provide personalized advice, recommended evidence-based strategies, and offer ongoing support to individuals on their quitting journey. By thoroughly understanding and implementing these strategies, individuals can effectively build resilience to relapse triggers and increase their chances of successfully quitting smoking for good. Thank you. You've reached the end of this module. Hope it was a great learning experience for you. Module 4, Cognitive Restructuring Techniques. Cognitive restructuring involves identifying and challenging negative thought patterns related to smoking, ultimately altering beliefs and attitudes towards smoking cessation. By reshaping thoughts, individuals can change their emotional responses and behaviors associated with smoking, leading to a more successful quitting journey. Topics to be covered: recognizing and challenging negative thought patterns, examining the benefits of quitting versus the short term reward of smoking, developing positive affirmation and self talk, practicing thought stopping techniques. Recognizing and challenging negative thought patterns. When it comes to overcoming smoking addiction, recognizing and challenging negative thought patterns is like shining a light on the hidden culprits that fuel the habit. Negative thoughts can sneak into our minds, convincing us that we can't quit or that's too hard. But by learning to identify and confront these thoughts, we can weaken their grip and take back control. Identifying negative thought patterns. Negative thought patterns are like sneaky whispers in our minds that convince us of our inability to quit smoking. These patterns can manifest as thoughts such as "I'll never be able to quit," "I need cigarettes to cope with stress," or "I've failed at quitting before, so why try again?" To identify these patterns, it's important to pay attention to the thoughts that arise when we feel the urge to smoke or when we're faced with challenges on our quitting journey. By recognizing these recurring thoughts, we can start to see how they contribute to our smoking behavior and hold us back from quitting successfully. Challenging negative thoughts. Challenging negative thoughts involves questioning their accuracy and validity. We can ask ourselves probing questions like: is this thought based on facts or assumptions? Or what evidence supports or contradicts this thought? By challenging negative thoughts with rational reasoning, we can begin to weaken their hold over us. For example, if we think I'll never be able to quit, we can challenge that by recalling times when we have overcome difficult challenges in the past, proving to ourselves that we are capable of change. Replacing negative thoughts. It's not enough to just challenge negative thoughts, we also need to replace them with more positive and empowering ones. This involves creating affirmation or coping statements that counteract the negativity. For instance, instead of thinking I'll never be able to quit, we can replace that thought with I'm strong and capable of overcoming challenges. I have the support and resources to succeed. By repeatedly affirming these positive beliefs, we can gradually rewire our brain to adopt a more optimistic and confident mindset about quitting smoking. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness techniques can help us become more aware of our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. This involves observing our thoughts as they arise, acknowledging them without judgment, and letting them pass without getting swept away. Through mindfulness, we can create a sense of distance between ourselves and our thoughts, making it easier to recognize negative thought patterns and choose not to engage with them. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or body scans can help cultivate this awareness and presence in our daily lives, strengthening our ability to manage negative thoughts and cravings. By understanding and applying these key elements, we can gradually untangle the web of negative thinking that keeps us trapped in the cycle of smoking addiction, paving the way for a healthier and smoke free future. Examining the benefits of quitting versus the short term rewards of smoking. In this section, we explore the cognitive process of weighing the long-term benefits of quitting smoking against the short-term rewards of smoking. Understanding this balance is crucial for individuals attempting to overcome their smoking addiction and commit to a smoke-free lifestyle. Benefits of quitting smoking. Improved health. When individuals quit smoking, their bodies begin to heal almost immediately. Their lung function improves, reducing the risk of respiratory illnesses such as chronic bronchitis and pneumonia. Over time, the risk of more severe conditions like lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke decreases significantly. Increased life expectancy. Quitting smoking can add years to one's life. Research suggests that individuals who quit smoking before the age of 40 can reduce their risk of premature death by up to 90%. This means more time to spend with loved ones and pursue meaningful activities. Financial savings. Smoking is an expensive habit with the cost of cigarettes accumulating over time. By quitting smoking, individuals can save a substantial amount of money that can be redirected towards other important priorities, such as education, travel, or savings for the future. Enhanced physical fitness. Smoking negatively impacts physical fitness by reducing lung capacity and endurance. When individuals quit smoking, they experience improvements in their ability to exercise and engage in physical activities. This leads to increased stamina, better cardiovascular health, and overall improved fitness level. Improved social and family relationships. Quitting smoking not only benefits the individual but also those around them. By quitting, individuals reduce their exposure to secondhand smoke, creating a healthier environment for family members and friends. Additionally, quitting smoking can strengthen social connections by eliminating barriers related to smoking, such as social stigma or discomfort around secondhand smoke exposure. Short-term reward of smoking. Immediate stress relief. Smoking is often used as a coping mechanism to elevate stress or anxiety. Nicotine triggers the release of dopamine in the brain, creating feeling of pleasure and relaxation. However, this relief is short-lived and can be outweighed by the long-term negative effect of smoking on health. Social connection. Smoking is sometimes associated with social activities or gatherings, providing individuals with a sense of camaraderie or belonging within certain social circles. Smoking breaks or shared smoking rituals may contribute to feelings or social connection and belonging. Habitual comfort. For many smokers, the act of smoking becomes deeply ingrained in daily routines and rituals. Lighting up a cigarette may provide a sense of comfort or familiarity, especially during times of stress or boredom. Coping mechanism. Some individuals use smoking as a way to cope with negative emotions or difficult situations. Smoking may provide a temporary escape or distractions from problems, albeit at the cost of long-term health consequences. In conclusion, examining the benefits of quitting smoking versus the short-term rewards of smoking requires careful consideration of both immediate gratification and long-term consequences. While smoking may offer temporary relief or social connection, the long-term benefits of quitting, such as improved health, increased life expectancy, financial savings, and stronger social relationships, far outweigh the short-term rewards. Developing positive affirmation and self-talk. Developing positive affirmation and self-talk is a crucial aspect of cognitive restructuring in overcoming smoking addiction. This section focuses on empowering individuals to cultivate a positive mindset that supports their journey towards quitting smoking. Understanding the power of positive affirmation. Positive affirmations serve as short affirmative statements that individuals repeat to themselves regularly. They have the potential to counteract negative beliefs and reinforce positive attitude towards quitting smoking. By consistently using positive affirmation, individuals can gradually shift their mindset from one that doubts their ability to quit to one that believes in their capacity to succeed. Identifying personal strengths and achievements. Reflecting on personal strengths and past achievements unrelated to smoking helps individuals recognize their capabilities and resilience. This exercise builds self-esteem and confidence, which are essential for maintaining motivation during the quitting process. Acknowledging one's strengths outside of smoking reinforces the belief that quitting is not only possible but also within their reach. Crafting personalized affirmations. Personalized affirmations are statements tailored to an individual's specific challenges, triggers, and goals. They should be positive, present tense statements that affirm the individual's ability to quit smoking. Crafting affirmations that resonate with personal values and aspirations make them more meaningful and impactful. Rehearsing affirmations regularly. Consistent repetition of affirmation is essential for internalizing positive beliefs and rewiring cognitive patterns. Individuals are encouraged to incorporate affirmations into their daily routine, such as reciting them in the morning, during breaks, or before facing smoking triggers. Regular rehearsal strengthens neural pathways associated with positive beliefs, making them more automatic and ingrained over time. Integrating affirmations into self-talk. Positive affirmations should seamlessly integrate into individuals' self-talk throughout the day. When faced with cravings or negative thoughts about quitting, individuals can counter them with affirmations that reinforce their commitment to becoming smoke-free. Over time, positive self-talk becomes a natural response to challenges, helping individuals navigate difficult moments with resilience and determination. By fully embracing the process of developing positive affirmations and self-talk, individuals can gradually transform their mindset, empowering themselves and build the confidence needed to overcome smoking addiction successfully. Practicing thought-stopping techniques. Thought-stopping techniques are essential tools in cognitive restructuring for overcoming smoking addiction. These techniques help individuals interrupt and redirect intrusive thoughts about smoking, ultimately reducing the intensity of cravings and promoting self-control. Understanding intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are like pop-up ads in our mind. They appear automatically and often unwanted. In the context of smoking addiction, these thoughts revolve around the desire to smoke a cigarette. They can be triggered by various factors such as stress, seeing others smoke, or being in a place where smoking was a habit. Recognizing triggers. Triggers are the events, emotions, or situations that lead to the emergence of intrusive thoughts about smoking. They could be internal, like feeling stressed or anxious, or external, like seeing someone smoke. By identifying these triggers, individuals become more aware of the circumstances that prompt their cravings. Interrupting the thought pattern. Once a trigger prompts an intrusive thought about smoking, the next step is to interrupt this pattern. This interruption serves as a mental pause button, disrupting the automatic progression towards lighting up a cigarette. One way to interrupt the thought pattern is through a physical or verbal cue. For example, snapping a rubber band on a wrist or saying stop aloud can create a jolt that breaks the flow of the thought. Redirecting attention. After interrupting the intrusive thought, it's crucial to immediately redirect attention away from smoking. This redirection helps shift focus onto something neutral or positive, preventing the thought from gaining momentum. Redirecting attention could involve engaging in a distracting activity such as going for a walk or listening to music. Alternatively, mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or focusing on the sensations in the body can help anchor attention to the present moment. Practicing regularly. Like any skill, mastering thought stopping techniques require consistent practice. Individuals are encouraged to incorporate these techniques into their daily routines, both in controlled practice sessions and when faced with real life triggers. By practicing regularly, individuals strengthen their ability to recognize triggers, interrupt intrusive thoughts, and redirect attention effectively. Over time, these techniques become ingrained habits that support them in resisting the urge to smoke. By comprehensively understanding and practicing these thought stopping techniques, individuals gain greater control over their thoughts and behaviors, empowering them to overcome smoking addiction and live healthier, smoke free lives. Thank you. You've reached the end of this module. Hope it was a great learning experience for you. Module 5 Stress Management Techniques. In Module 5, we will explore effective strategies for managing stress during the process of quitting smoking. Stress is a common trigger for smoking relapse, and learning how to cope with stressors in healthier ways is essential for long-term success in smoking cessation. Topics to be covered: understanding the relationship between stress and smoking, stress reduction strategies, relaxation techniques, example, deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, mindfulness meditation. Understanding the relationship between stress and smoking. The connection between stress and smoking is significant, with many individuals turning to cigarettes as a means of coping with stressors in their lives. However, this relationship is complex and can have adverse effect on both physical and mental health. Coping mechanism. When individuals face stress, their natural inclination is to seek relief. Smoking becomes a coping mechanism because it offers immediate gratification. Nicotine, a chemical found in cigarettes, affects neurotransmitters in the brain, particularly dopamine. Dopamine is associated with pleasure and reward, which is why smoking can provide a temporary sense of relief from stress. However, it's important to note that this relief is short-lived and doesn't address the underlying causes of stress. Smoking merely masks the symptoms temporarily. Physiological responses. Stress triggers a cascade of physiological responses in the body. Adrenaline and cortisol are released, preparing the body for fight or flight. Smoking interrupts this response by temporarily reducing the levels of stress hormones. Nicotine acts as a mild sedative, calming the nervous system. Despite the immediate calming effect, smoking doesn't address the root cause of stress. Once the nicotine wears off, stress level rebounds, sometimes even higher than before, leading to a cycle of dependency on smoking. Psychological dependency. Smoking becomes intertwined with daily routines and rituals, creating a psychological dependency. For example, a smoker may associate their morning coffee with a cigarette, or they may smoke when feeling stressed or anxious. Over time, the brain forms strong associations between smoking and stress relief. This can make it challenging to quit because the smoker fears losing their primary coping mechanism. Cycle of stress and smoking. Stress leads to smoking as a way to cope, but smoking ultimately increases stress levels due to nicotine withdrawal and the harmful effect of smoking on health. As stress levels rise, the urge to smoke intensifies, perpetuating the cycle. Even when individuals attempt to quit, they may find themselves relapsing during stressful situations, further reinforcing the association between stress and smoking. Negative health impacts. Smoking not only fails to effectively elevate stress but also poses significant health risks. These risks include cardiovascular disease like heart attacks and strokes, respiratory issues like chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, COPD, and various types of cancer. The negative health impacts of smoking can exacerbate stress and diminish overall well-being, creating a detrimental cycle of dependency and declining health. Understanding these key elements help individuals recognize the complexities of the relationship between stress and smoking. It underscores the importance of finding healthier ways to manage stress and break free from the cycle of smoking dependency. Stress reduction strategies. Effective stress reduction strategies are vital for individuals undergoing smoking cessation, as stress is a common trigger for relapse. By implementing these strategies, individuals can manage stress level in healthier ways, reducing the likelihood of returning to smoking. Identifying stressors. To effectively reduce stress, it's essential to identify the specific stressors in your life. These stressors can vary widely and may include work related pressures, relationship issues, financial concerns, or even daily hassles. Keeping a stress journal can be helpful in recognizing patterns and understanding which situations or circumstances tend to trigger stress reaction. Healthy lifestyle habits. Adopting healthy lifestyle habits is key to reducing overall stress levels. Regular physical activities such as walking, jogging, or yoga helps release endorphins, the body's natural stress relievers, and promotes relaxations. Additionally, maintaining a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins provides essential nutrients that supports overall well-being. Prioritizing adequate sleep in Prioritizing adequate sleep is also crucial, as sleep deprivation can exacerbate stress levels. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine and creating a comfortable sleep environment can help improve sleep quality and reduce stress. Relaxation techniques. Various relaxation techniques can help calm the mind and body, reducing stress levels. Deep breathing exercises involve taking slow, deep breaths in through the nose, holding for a few seconds, and then exhaling slowly through the mouth. This practice activates the body's relaxation response, promoting a sense of calm. Progressive muscle relaxation involves systematically tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups in the body, helping to release physical tension. Guided imagery or visualization exercises allow individuals to create calming mental images or scenarios, providing a mental escape from stressors. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful practice for reducing stress and promoting overall well being. It involves paying attention to the present moment with openness, curiosity, and acceptance. By focusing on the breadth of bodily sensation, individuals can cultivate a greater sense of awareness and presence, allowing them to respond to stressors with more clarity and calmness. Mindfulness meditation also helps individuals develop a non judgmental attitude towards their thoughts and feelings, reducing the tendency to get caught up in negative thinking patterns that contribute to stress. Time management. Effective time management is essential for reducing stress and maintaining a sense of control over one's life. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps can prevent feeling overwhelmed and help individuals make progress towards their goals. Prioritizing tasks based on their importance and urgency allows individuals to focus their time and energy where it matters most. Allocating time for relaxation and self care activities ensures that individuals have opportunities to research and rejuvenate, reducing the negative effect of stress on their well being. Setting boundaries around work and personal time helps prevent burnout and maintain a healthy work life balance, allowing individuals to better cope with stressors when they arise. By incorporating these stress reduction strategies into your daily routine, you can effectively manage stress during the smoking cessation process. Each of these techniques offers unique benefits for reducing stress and promoting overall well being. Relaxation techniques. Example: deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation. Relaxation techniques are essential tools for managing stress and promoting overall well being, especially during the process of quitting smoking. By incorporating relaxation into daily routines, individuals can reduce tension, elevate anxiety, and decrease the likelihood of turning to smoking as a coping mechanism. Deep breathing exercise. Deep breathing exercise involves taking slow, deep breaths in through the nose, allowing the abdomen to expand fully, and then exhaling slowly through the mouth. This process is often referred to as diaphragmatic or abdominal breathing. When we engage in deep breathing, we activate the body's relaxation response, which helps to counteract the stress response. This leads to a decrease in heart rate, blood pressure, and muscle tension. Deep breathing also increases oxygen flow to the brain, promoting clarity of mind and sense of calm. To practice deep breathing effectively, find a quiet and comfortable place to sit or lie down. Place one hand on your abdomen and the other on your chest. Inhale deeply through your nose, feeling your abdomen rise as you fill your lungs with air. Exhale slowly through your mouth, feeling your abdomen fall as you release the breath. Repeat this process for several minutes, focusing on the rhythm of your breath and the sensations in your body. Progressive muscle relaxation, PMR. Progressive muscle relaxation involves systematically tensing and then releasing different muscle groups in the body to induce a state of deep relaxation. The process typically begins with a focus on the feet and progresses upward toward the body, gradually releasing tension in each muscle group. To practice PMR, start by finding a comfortable position and taking a few deep breaths to relax. Then focus on one muscle group at a time, tensing the muscles tightly for a few seconds before slowly releasing the tension as you exhale. Pay close attention to the sensations of relaxation as you let go of tension in each muscle group. By systematically tensing and relaxing the muscles, PMR helps individuals become more aware of the physical signs of tensions and learn to release it intentionally. Guided imagery. Guided imagery involves using the power of imagination to create calming mental images and scenarios that promote relaxation and well being. To practice guided imagery, find a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then imagine yourself in a peaceful and serene environment such as a beach, forest, or meadow. Engage your senses by visualizing the sights, sounds, smells, and sensations of your chosen environment. Notice the details of your surroundings and allow yourself to fully immerse in the experience. As you continue to visualize your peaceful sanctuary, focus on your breath and allow any tension or stress to melt away. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation and tranquility that arise from your guided imagery practice. By practicing these relaxation techniques regularly, individuals can cultivate a greater sense of relaxation, reduce stress levels, and enhance overall well being. Experiment with each technique to find what works best for you and incorporate them into your daily routine to support your journey towards smoking cessation and improved mental health. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful technique to managing stress and promoting overall well being. It involves paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment, allowing individuals to cultivate awareness and acceptance of their thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. Principles of mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, acknowledging and accepting whatever arises in our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. The practice involves observing experiences as they are without trying to change them or reacting impulsively. Central to mindfulness is the cultivation of a non judgmental attitude where we learn to observe our inner experiences with kindness and compassion. Practicing mindfulness meditation. Start by finding a quiet and comfortable space where you can sit or lie down without distractions. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath, noticing the sensations of each inhale and exhale. As thoughts, emotions, or sensations arise, simply observe them without getting carried away by them. Acknowledge their presence and gently guide your focus back to your breath. It's natural for the mind to wander during meditation. When you notice your attention drifting, gently redirect it back to the breath without judgment or frustration. Begin with short sessions, perhaps 5 to 10 minutes, and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable with the practice. Benefits of mindfulness meditation. Stress reduction. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, leading to a greater sense of calm and relaxation. Improved focus and concentration. Regular practice can enhance cognitive function and attentional control, allowing individuals to stay more focused on tasks at hand. Emotional regulation. Mindfulness helps individuals develop greater emotional awareness and resilience, enabling them to respond to challenging situations with equanimity rather than reactive impulsivity. Enhanced well being. By fostering a deep connection to the present moment, mindfulness meditation promotes a sense of gratitude, contentment, and overall psychological well being. Integration into daily life. Beyond formal meditation sessions, mindfulness can be integrated into daily activities such as eating, walking, or even washing dishes. It's about bringing awareness to the present moment in whatever you're doing. During moments of stress or agitation, mindfulness techniques like mindful breathing or body scanning can help anchor you in the present and reduce reactivity. Informal mindfulness involves bringing mindful awareness to routine tasks, interactions, and experiences throughout the day, fostering a greater sense of mindfulness in everyday life. By cultivating a present moment awareness and cultivating a compassionate attitude towards oneself and others, individuals can harness the transformative power of mindfulness to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and equanimity. Thank you. You've reached the end of this module. Hope it was a great learning experience for you. Module 6, Maintenance and Long-Term Success. This module focuses on sustaining the progress made in overcoming smoking addiction and ensuring long-term success in maintaining abstinence. It addresses various aspects crucial for maintaining a smoke-free lifestyle and preventing relapse. Topics to be covered: celebrating milestones and successes, coping with relapses, maintaining motivation for long-term abstinence. Celebrating milestones and successes. Celebrating milestones and successes in the process of quitting smoking involves recognizing and commemorating the progress made towards achieving the goal of long-term abstinence from cigarettes. Here's a deeper look into why and how celebrating these achievements is beneficial. Importance of celebration. Quitting smoking is a challenging endeavor that requires dedication and perseverance. Celebrating milestones acknowledges the hard work and effort put into overcoming this addiction. It's like giving oneself a pat on the back for the progress made, which boosts morale and keeps motivation high. When individuals celebrate their achievements, they reinforce the idea that quitting smoking is an attainable goal. It helps to counteract any feelings of doubt or discouragement that may arise during the quitting process. Types of milestones to celebrate. Smoke-free milestones such as reaching a week, a month, or a year without smoking provide tangible evidence of progress. They mark significant periods of time during which individuals have successfully resisted the urge to smoke. Overcoming challenging situations without giving it to cravings demonstrate resilience and determination. It shows that individuals have developed coping strategies and are capable of managing triggers effectively. Achieving personal goals related to health, fitness, or finances adds another layer of meaning to the quitting journey. For example, improved lung functions or increased savings from not buying cigarettes serve as concrete benefits of quitting smoking. Ways to celebrate. Celebrations should be tailored to suit individual preferences and interests. The key is to choose activities or rewards that feel meaningful and enjoyable. Treating oneself to a special meal can be a way to indulge in a favorite food or restaurant experience. Food has a way of bringing people joy and satisfaction, making it a popular choice for celebrations. Engaging in recreational activities or hobbies provides an opportunity to unwind and relax. It allows individuals to focus on activities they enjoy, distracting them from any lingering cravings or stress. Purchasing a meaningful reward serves as a tangible reminder of the achievement. It could be something that has been desired for a while or a symbol of progress towards other goals. Sharing achievements with friends and family members who have been supportive throughout the quitting process strengthens social connections and reinforces the sense of accomplishment. Benefits of celebration. Boosting self-esteem and confidence through celebration reinforces the beliefs that quitting smoking is possible. It builds a positive mindset that contributes to long-term success. Maintaining motivation is essential for staying committed to the goal of quitting smoking. Celebrating milestones provides a sense of accomplishment and progress, which fuels further motivation to continue the journey. Reflecting on the positive changes that have occurred since quitting smoking helps individuals appreciate the benefits of a smoke free lifestyle. This reflection reinforces their commitment to staying smoke free even when faced with challenges. Celebrating milestones and successes in the quitting process serves as a powerful tool for maintaining motivation, boosting morale, and reinforcing commitment. It's a way of recognizing and honoring the progress made towards achieving a smoke free life. Coping with relapses. Despite efforts to quit smoking, relapses can occur, leading to feeling of frustration and disappointment. However, it's essential to approach relapse as a temporary setback rather than a failure. This section focuses on strategies to cope effectively with relapses and regain momentum towards abstinence. Recognizing signs of relapse. It's essential to be aware of the signs and triggers that may precede a relapse. These signs can include increased cravings for cigarettes, heightened stress levels, changes in mood or behavior, and exposure to smoking cues or environments. By recognizing these signs early on, individuals can intervene before a full relapse occurs, potentially preventing further setbacks. Responding with compassion and self kindness. When faced with a relapse, it's crucial to respond with self compassion and kindness rather than self blame or harsh criticism. Relapses are common and should be viewed as opportunities for growth and learning rather than failures. Practicing self compassion involves treating oneself with the same understanding and support that one would offer to a friend facing a similar challenge. This mindset shift can help elevate feelings of guilt and shame associated with relapse. Analyzing triggers and circumstances. Understanding the circumstances and triggers that lead to relapse is essential for preventing future setbacks. This analysis involves reflecting on the specific situations, emotions, or stressors that contributed to the lapse in abstinence. By gaining insights into these triggers, individuals can develop strategies to avoid or cope with similar situations in the future, reducing the likelihood of relapse. Implementing coping strategies, cognitive restructuring, identifying and challenging negative thought patterns and beliefs about smoking, relaxation techniques, practicing relaxation exercises such as deep breathing, meditation, or progressive muscle relaxation to reduce stress and anxiety. Distraction techniques, engaging in activities or hobbies that divert attention away from cravings such as exercising, reading, or spending time with loved ones, seeking support, reaching out to friends, family, or support groups for encouragement, guidance, and accountability during challenging times. Revisiting and adjusting the quit plan. After experiencing a relapse, it's essential to revisit the quit plan and reassess goals and strategies for quitting smoking. This may involve making adjustments to the plan based on insights gained from the relapse experience, such as identifying new triggers or implementing additional coping strategies. By continuously refining the quit plan and staying proactive in addressing potential challenges, individuals can strengthen their resilience and increase their chances of long-term success in quitting smoking. Overall, coping with relapses requires a combination of self-awareness, self-compassion, and proactive strategies to overcome setbacks and maintain progress towards a smoke-free life. With perseverance and support, individuals can navigate through relapse and ultimately achieve their goal of quitting smoking for good. Maintaining motivation for long-term abstinence. Sustaining motivation is essential for long-term success in quitting smoking. Motivation serves as a driving force behind maintaining abstinence and resisting the temptation to revert to old habits. This section explores strategies to keep motivation high throughout the journey towards a smoke-free life. Reminding oneself of reasons for quitting. Take time to reflect on the specific reasons why quitting smoking is important to you. These reasons could include improving your health, setting a positive example for loved ones, saving money, or regaining control over your life. Write down your reasons for quitting and keep them visible in places where you'll see them regularly, such as on your fridge, bathroom mirror, or phone lock screen. This visual reminder can reinforce your motivation on a daily basis. Whenever you feel tempted to smoke or your motivation wanes, revisit your list of reasons for quitting. Reminding yourself of a benefit of a smoke free life can help strengthen your resolve to stay committed to your goal. Setting new goals and aspirations. Beyond quitting smoking, think about what other goals and aspirations you have in life. This would be personal goals like running a marathon, learning a new skill, or traveling to a dream destination. Break down your goals into smaller, achievable steps and create a plan to work towards them. Celebrating each milestone you reach can provide a sense of accomplishment and further fuel your motivation. By focusing on activities and achievements that align with your values and aspirations, you will have additional reasons to stay smoke free and maintain your progress. Utilizing support systems. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family members, or peers who understand your journey to quit smoking and are willing to offer encouragement and assistance. Join a smoking cessation support group or online community where you can connect with others who are also working towards quitting smoking. Sharing your experiences, challenges, and successes with others can provide valuable support and motivation. Don't hesitate to seek professional support from healthcare professionals such as doctors, nurses, or counselors who can provide guidance, advice, and additional resources to help you stay motivated and on track. Managing stress and cravings effectively. Identify healthy coping mechanisms and stress management techniques that work for you, such as deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, or mindfulness meditation. When faced with cravings or triggers to smoke, distract yourself with activities that you enjoy or find relaxing, such as going for a walk, listening to music, or practicing a hobby. Challenge negative thoughts or beliefs that may undermine your motivation to quit smoking. Remind yourself of your strengths, past success, and the progress you have made towards your goal. By exploring these key elements in greater detail, you can gain a deeper understanding of the strategies and techniques that can help you maintain motivation for long term abstinence from smoking. Thank you. You've reached the end of this module. Hope it was a great learning experience for you.